Hi everyone, it's Tracy from CountryCharmByTracy.com, and today we're going to be creating an Our Dad, Our Hero canvas frame that can be created to give to Dad, or you can change out the letters and give to Grandpa to let him know how special he is. So the supplies that I used in this project is a 12 by 12 canvas, a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. This is from the Rustic Stack by DCWV, some Mod Podge, a 5 by 7 frame, some E6000 glue, some tan cardstock, and the letters that I used I cut out with my Cricut using the Street Sign Cricut cartridge, 2 1/4 inches, some burlap that we're going to use as a hanger, a mini clothespin, and some bronze paint, and some brown paint that we painted around the edges of the canvas. So let's get started. So what I did is we painted around the edges of the canvas. You don't need to paint the whole thing because you're going to be covering the center with scrapbook paper. Like I said, this scrapbook paper is from the Rustic Stack by DCWV, and I think I probably picked that up like at Hobby Lobby. And so what I want to do is, because it is 12 by 12, it's the exact same size as the canvas, I need to trim off about 1/4 inch on all sides so that it will make sure that it will fit on my canvas. So that's what I'm just doing here. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that all fits on there, and then I'm going to be adhering it down with Mod Podge. I'm just gonna make sure that I have my whole board covered with a healthy dose of Mod Podge. Mod Podge is just liquid glue. It just really gives it a really good hold. So now that I've finished that, I'm going to put some, just a layer on the back of the scrapbook paper so that it kind of gives it 2 ways to kind of really adhere down to that board. So I'm just going to position that on there the best way that I can. Sometimes you just have to take these things a little slow and to make sure that they stick and adhere down pretty good. I have this brayer in my stash that are in my supplies, my tools, that I use to adhere it down. And what I'm checking here are the corners, and I really want to make sure that those corners are down well. So I just reinforced all 4 of the corners with some additional Mod Podge and rolled it with my little brayer to ensure that it got a really good hold on that. Alright, now we're going to make an insert for the frame. And so I took the little paper that's like on the inside of the frame, and I just have some cardstock, and I just recycle my cardstock. So I'm just putting it here and just kind of figuring out where I want it to be so that I can draw it with my pencil, and then I'm going to cut it out. I have no idea where my X-Acto knife is, otherwise I would probably use that. So I'm just getting this cut out, and then I'm going to see this right here, it's going to go inside of the frame. But of course I want to cover that up, so that's why I have this other brown cardstock. I'm going to be cutting out two pieces of this same size so that I can adhere one to the front and one to the back, so it kind of finishes it off. Alright, and I'm just going to adhere that down with my ATG. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Have no idea what they are barking at. Okay, real simple here. And so then it just fits on the inside of that frame really nice, and no issues. I guess you really wouldn't have to do the back because the frame's going to go, it's going to be adhered to the frame, to the canvas rather. So I don't know, I had already done it. I didn't think about it too much. Now what I did is my little clothespin, I had painted it with bronze paint and adhered that to the frame, and then I took my E6000 glue and adhered my frame to the canvas, and that's gonna stick really nice. Now I'm gonna start putting on the letters. As I said, they were cut at 2 1/4 on the street sign Cricut cartridge. You can also buy chipboard letters. You can get those at the craft store, but I just used what I had. So I have everything adhered down. I think it turned out really, really nice. I just put some burlap and made a bow and made a burlap little flower there. My husband he does not mind whatsoever. So I figure, you know, it's going to be hanging in our home, so it's going to be just fine. Okay, there we have it. There is our Father's Day gift that we have ready to go for Dad. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. And don't laugh at my little picture here that I draw, my little stick family, my husband with our 2 boys, because I didn't have a photo ready when I did this project. So please like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.